Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me closely, because the next 12 minutes could shift the way you carry yourself through 2025. Too many people wish for change, but they don't lock in. They drift. They delay. They let distractions rob them of their destiny. Not you. Not this year. 2025 is not waiting on you, it's already moving. The question is, will you chase it or will you command it? Will you lock in and treat every sunrise as a chance to get closer to your greatness? Locking in means focus. Locking in means discipline. Locking in means cutting off excuses and stepping into execution. You don't need more time, you need more intensity. 12 minutes of clarity today can fuel 12 months of victory. You've been waiting for a sign? This is it. No more halfway living. No more someday. You lock in now, and by the end of 2025, you won't even recognize yourself. So stand tall, breathe deep, and make this promise. This year, I will not just exist, I will dominate. 2025 is already moving forward. Don't get left behind. The clock does not wait for anyone. Every day that passes is a day of opportunity, and it belongs to those who are awake, alert, and ready to act. You cannot afford to sleepwalk through this year. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is not luck. It is focus. It is the decision to lock in and give every single day a clear purpose. When you let distractions control your attention, you surrender your future. But when you lock in, when you discipline your mind, your time, and your energy, you create momentum that nothing can stop. The truth is, success is not waiting for you to be ready. It will not knock politely at your door. It shows up for those who prepare, for those who act boldly, for those who refuse to delay their greatness. Ask yourself, how many times have you promised yourself, next week, next month, next year, and yet the cycle repeats? This time has to be different. This time you have to seize the moment and treat 2025 like the year everything shifts in your favor. Because it will not shift on its own, you have to command it. Discipline is your shield. Consistency is your sword. And focus is your compass. Without them, you wander. With them, you conquer. Do not let fear trick you into thinking you have time to waste. Do not let comfort convince you to settle where you are. The year is already moving forward. Your dreams are calling you forward, and your potential is waiting to be unlocked. Every sunrise is another reminder that the world is moving. Opportunities are unfolding and doors are opening, but only for those who are awake enough to walk through them. So do not let this year pass you by while you stand on the sidelines. Do not be the person who looks back in December and says, I could have done more. Choose to lock in today. Because when you lock in, you don't just move with the year, you move ahead of it. Locking in means focus, not just intention. Anyone can have good intentions. Anyone can say, I want to be successful, or I want to change my life. But wanting something is not enough. Dreams without focus dissolve into distractions. Intentions without action turn into regret. Focus is what separates a wish from a plan. Focus is what transforms a plan into progress. When you lock in, you give your energy to one clear target. Stop scattering your effort across 100 directions that lead nowhere. Stop saying yes to everything and start saying no to the things that don't serve your mission. Locking in requires sacrifice. It means cutting off distractions, even the ones that feel good in the moment but steal your future. It means waking up each day with a decision already made. I will not drift today. I will direct my life today. Focus sharpens your vision. It helps you see what matters and ignore the noise that tries to pull you away. When you are locked in, excuses lose their power. When you are locked in, setbacks do not break. They teach you, they redirect you, but they never stop you. Because focus is stronger than failure. Locking in is about more than desire, it is about discipline. Desire is the spark, but focus is the fire. Desire may start you, but only focus will keep you moving when the journey gets hard. Think about it, how many times have you started strong, full of intention, but lost your way because you didn't stay locked in? This year cannot be another year of false starts. This year cannot be another year of almost. Lock in with focus, and you'll turn every intention into impact. Lock in with focus, and you'll turn every dream into measurable progress. Because locking in means you are no longer hoping for change, you are living it. And when you live it with clarity and intensity, you become unstoppable. Discipline beats motivation when distractions come. Motivation feels good, but it is not always there. It rises when you're inspired, but it disappears the moment life gets heavy. You cannot build your future on something that comes and goes like the weather. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine that keeps moving when the spark fades. Discipline is waking up early even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is saying no to distractions even when they are tempting. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, not what feels good in the moment. When distractions command, they will come. Motivation alone cannot protect you. The phone will buzz. The comfort of rest will call. The temptation to delay will whisper, "You can do it tomorrow." But discipline answers back, "No. I will do it now." Discipline is stronger than the excuse. Discipline is louder than the distraction. Motivation depends on feelings, but discipline depends on decisions, and decisions create destiny. It is easy to work hard when you feel inspired. The real test is whether you can still work hard when you feel nothing. That is where champions are made. That is where leaders are forged. Discipline does not ask if you are in the mood. It does not care about comfort. It only cares about commitment. When you choose discipline, you choose progress, even on the days you feel weak. When you choose discipline, you create habits that carry you through storms. Motivation may push you to start, but discipline guarantees you finish. So when distractions come and your feelings say stop, let discipline say go, because in the end, it is not the one who felt motivated the longest who wins. It is the one who stayed disciplined the deepest. Discipline beats motivation when distractions come. Motivation is powerful, but it is fragile. It shows up when you are excited, when the vision is fresh, when the dream feels close. But the moment things get tough, motivation slips away. The moment life throws problems in your path, motivation hides. That is why you cannot depend on it alone, because distractions will come. Comfort will whisper to you. Doubt will try to slow you down. People will try to pull your attention in every direction but forward. And when that happens, motivation won't be enough. It is discipline that keeps you standing when your feelings tell you to quit. Discipline is doing the workout when the bed feels warmer. Discipline is opening the book when the screen looks easier. Discipline is choosing focus when the world offers you 1,000 reasons to drift. It is the quiet force that says, "I don't care how I feel, I know what I must do." Motivation is emotional. Discipline is intentional. Motivation starts you. Discipline finishes you. The truth is, anyone can be motivated for a week or even a month. But only the disciplined can stay consistent for a year, for a lifetime. Discipline is the habit that carries you through when the fire of motivation burns out. It turns progress into a pattern, not just a burst of energy. It builds momentum that distractions cannot shake. When you are disciplined, distractions lose their power. They no longer decide your day, because your commitment has already chosen the path. Discipline is the shield that protects your vision from being stolen by comfort. It is the anchor that holds you steady when storms of laziness, doubt, and fear arrive. So yes, motivation will help you feel inspired, but discipline will help you stay unstoppable. Because when the noise gets loud, when the excuses feel heavy, when the temptations look sweet, discipline beats them all. Discipline beats motivation when distractions come.
Stop wishing, start executing daily. Wishing feels good, but it does not move your life forward. A wish is nothing more than a thought that fades if you never act on it. You can wish for success, but without action, success will never come. You can wish for freedom, but without work, freedom will remain out of reach. Dreams are important, but they are powerless without execution. Every day you wait, every day you delay, is another day lost. Stop telling yourself someday and start telling yourself today. The people who rise, The people who win are not the ones who wished the hardest. They are the ones who worked the hardest. They understood that progress is built one day at a time. Small steps taken daily become unstoppable momentum. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The perfect time is the moment you decide to begin. The perfect day is the day you choose action over excuses. Every sunrise is an invitation to execute. Every hour is a chance to build, to grow, to push forward. Stop watching others live the life you want. Stop envying their results while ignoring their discipline. You are capable of the same results if you are willing to put in the same daily execution. It is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing something today, then tomorrow, then the next day, without stopping. Consistency beats intensity. Daily action beats occasional effort. 1,000 wishes will never equal one act of courage, one step of action, one decision to begin. Stop wishing, start executing daily. Because wishing may inspire you, but execution will transform you. And once you begin to execute daily, life will no longer feel like a dream. It will feel like destiny unfolding in your hands.
Time is not the problem. Intensity is. Everyone says they don't have enough time. They blame the clock. They blame the hours in a day. But the truth is, we all have the same 24 hours. The difference is not the time, it is the way you use it. Some people waste their hours. Others multiply them. Some drift through the day with half-hearted effort, while others lock in and give everything they've got. It is not time that separates winners from losers. It is intensity. You can spend 8 hours doing something with no focus and achieve nothing. But you can spend 2 hours with laser focus and achieve more than most people do in a week. Intensity is what turns minutes into progress. Intensity is what makes the difference between motion and momentum. You don't need more time, you need more fire, more urgency, more focus on the task in front of you. Because when you bring intensity to your work, distractions fade away. When you bring intensity to your goals, excuses lose their voice. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. Some people brag about how long they work, but what matters is not how long, it's how well. It's not the quantity of hours, it's the quality of effort. Time slips away for those who move casually, but for those who move with intensity, every moment counts. That's why the most successful people are not always the ones with the most time. They are the ones who treat each minute like an investment. They pour energy into it, they pour focus into it, and they reap the rewards. Time is not your enemy, wasting it is. Intensity is the weapon that turns ordinary hours into extraordinary results. So stop complaining about time. Stop saying you don't have enough of it. Start bringing intensity to the time you already have. Because when you raise your intensity, the time you need will suddenly be enough. Clarity for 12 minutes today can change 12 months tomorrow. Most people rush into their days without thinking. They wake up, grab their phone, and let the world decide what deserves their attention. But clarity is power. Clarity is direction. Clarity is the difference between wandering aimlessly and walking with purpose. You don't need hours to change your life. You need focus. You need a few intentional minutes to decide who you are, where you are going, and what matters most today. 12 minutes of clarity can save you 12 months of confusion. Because when you know your priorities, you stop wasting energy on distractions. When you know your vision, you stop saying yes to things that don't serve it. When you know your goals, you stop drifting and start building. Clarity sharpens your choices. It simplifies your path, gives you the courage to cut off what doesn't belong, and the confidence to pursue what does. Think about how much time people lose chasing what doesn't matter. Think about how much frustration comes from living without a clear plan. But imagine the shift if, before you started your day, you gave yourself 12 minutes to think. 12 minutes to ask, what do I need to accomplish today? What distractions must I avoid? What steps bring me closer to my vision? That short investment creates alignment. It creates momentum, and momentum compounds. One day of clarity leads to 1 week of progress. 1 week of progress leads to 1 month of growth. 12 months of growth can transform your entire life. It does not take more time. It takes more intention. Clarity is the secret weapon. It is the reset button that allows you to control your direction instead of letting life control you. So give yourself 12 minutes today. 12 minutes of stillness. 12 minutes of planning. 12 minutes of honest vision. Because clarity for 12 minutes today can change 12 months tomorrow. Cut off excuses. Excuses kill potential. Excuses sound reasonable in the moment. They dress themselves up as logic, as justification, as protection. But in reality, excuses are nothing more than chains. They keep you stuck where you are while convincing you it's not your fault. Excuses whisper, "I'll start tomorrow." Excuses whisper, "I don't have the time." Excuses whisper, "It's too hard. It's too late. It's not for me." But every time you listen to an excuse, you trade away a piece of your potential. Excuses feel safe, but they rob you of growth. Protect your comfort zone while burying your dreams. Potential is powerful as the greatness you are capable of, the future you could build, the person you could become. But potential is fragile. It cannot survive in the same space as excuses. Because excuses feed delay, and delay destroys momentum. You cannot unlock your best self while holding on to reasons why you can't. You cannot climb higher while clinging to the weight of excuses. Cut them off. Cut off the thought that says you don't have enough resources. Cut off the lie that says you're not ready. Cut off the story that blames your past for why you cannot rise. Excuses are not truth. They are comfort. And comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you stop making excuses, you start making progress. The moment you refuse to defend your limitations, you begin to discover your strength. Cutting off excuses is not about being perfect, it's about being honest. It's about saying, if I want more, I must do more. If I want change, I must create it. Potential lives inside you, but it needs your discipline to breathe. It needs your courage to wake it up. It needs your action to bring it to life. Excuses kill potential. Discipline protects it. Focus grows it. And execution unleashes it. So cut off excuses today. Because every excuse you silence is another door opened to the life you were meant to live. Treat every sunrise as an opportunity, not a routine. Each new day is not just another box to check off on the calendar. It is a gift, a reset, a fresh start. But too often, people wake up and move through their mornings on autopilot. They treat the sunrise as something ordinary, something guaranteed, something small. Yet every sunrise is a chance to change everything. It is another 24 hours to build, to grow, to repair, to move closer to the life you dream of. It is a reminder that yesterday is gone, and today is yours to command. Routine can make you numb. Routine can blind you to possibility. When you treat the morning like a burden, you waste the opportunity it holds. But when you treat the sunrise as a blessing, you start your day with gratitude, with focus, with energy. You stop drifting, and you start directing. Imagine if you woke up every morning and asked yourself, what can I create today? Who can I become today? What step can I take today that makes me stronger tomorrow? That mindset turns an ordinary morning into a launch pad for greatness. Because success is not built in one big moment. It is built sunrise by sunrise, day by day, choice by choice. Each morning is a seed. What you plant with your thoughts, your effort, and your focus determines the harvest you see later. Treating the sunrise as an opportunity means you no longer take time for granted. It means you no longer waste hours waiting for motivation. It means you attack the day with intensity because you know this chance will never come back again. No sunrise repeats itself. No day can be lived twice. So make every morning count. Let every sunrise remind you that you are still here, still capable, still chosen to chase your vision. Treat every sunrise as an opportunity, not a routine. Because one day, there will be no more sunrises for you. And when that day comes, you want to know that you used every single one you were given. Greatness requires total commitment, not halfway living. You cannot step into your destiny with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You cannot reach the highest levels by giving half your energy, half your focus, half your effort. Halfway living produces halfway results, Halfway effort builds halfway dreams. If you want greatness, you have to give yourself fully. You have to be willing to go all in, even when it costs you comfort. Greatness is not interested in excuses. Greatness does not respond to casual attempts, demands your full attention, your full energy, your full dedication. The world is filled with people who almost made it, people who almost changed, people who almost lived their potential. But almost is not greatness. Almost is regret. To rise, you must commit with your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole strength. Commitment means you keep going when it gets hard. Commitment means you keep showing up when no one is watching. Commitment means you burn the bridge to your old self and never look back. When you are fully committed, failure cannot stop you. Obstacles cannot break you. Distractions cannot steal you away from your mission. Because commitment is stronger than fear, stronger than doubt, stronger than delay. Halfway living settles for average, but you were not created for average. You were created for impact, for excellence, for greatness. And greatness only shows up for those who are relentless, those who refuse to quit, those who refuse to give half and call it enough. So do not live with one foot chasing your dream and the other stuck in comfort. Do not settle for being almost when you were built to be unstoppable. Greatness requires total commitment, not halfway living. And the day you decide to give everything, to hold nothing back, is the day greatness decides to meet you. So I'll leave you with this. 2025 will not bend for the unfocused. It will not wait for the distracted. It will only reward the ones who decide right here, right now, to lock in. It's not halfway, not when it feels easy, but fully, with everything you've got. Because when you lock in, you don't just survive the year, you dominate it. You rise above excuses, rise above distractions. You rise above the old version of yourself. You claim the victory that belongs to you. So the choice is yours. Drift through 2025 and hope for the best. Or lock in today and make this the year everything changes. If you want the win, if you want the breakthrough, if you want the life you keep dreaming about, then lock in now. And don't let go until the year crowns you with victory.